Trainers, how's it going? Today we're having a look at Blastoise's hidden mechanics that aren't listed in Pokemon Unite's move descriptions. In my gameplay that I posted, I noticed that my cooldowns were being reduced and I had no idea from what, and even after reading all the move descriptions, I still couldn't figure it out. So I tested it in practice and I found out what it was, but with that, I was also like, if that's hidden, what else could not be listed with Blastoise, sorry. So I tested it all yesterday and this is what I found. If I find anything else, I will let you know in the pinned comments down below. I also have everything timestamped for your convenience. I'm Teets, I'm a master player in Pokemon Unite and my goal is to help you become the very best like no one ever was. Blastoise is a defender and is special attack based as well, so it will deal special attack damage, but its basic attacks are physical, but its boosted attack is special. So yeah, now we know that Blastoise is a special attack based Pokemon. So while we're talking about the topic of Blastoise's basic attacks, this is very important to know. Basically, what was reducing my cooldowns on Blastoise was my special attack, my boosted attack. So basically, if I just use this here, if I just use my Water Blast, and I get to my boosted attack, you can see on the icon there, the cooldown is being reduced, which is very interesting that it's not listed. I think it's very important to know. So I'm just gonna use it again, get that cooldown reduction. It seems about 1 second, I would say, without like timing it properly. I would say this is about a 1 second reduction. This means that you can get your moves back up quicker. It also works for all of your moves except for your Unite move. If you want your moves up quicker, let's just use both of these. And you can see it is going to reduce the cooldown of both moves. Another interesting thing about this is that you actually don't have to hit anything. Let me just turn off the wild Pokemon here as well. So if we just use that move, use this move, now just hit nothing, it will still do the move reduction. So if you were just like rotating and you wanted to get your moves back up before the fight, that is something you can do just to get your moves back up quicker. But yeah, that is something really important to know. Your basic attacks will reduce the cooldown of your moves on every boosted attack. Well, after every boosted attack or on. Another thing that's important to know about the boosted attack is that it will also decrease the movement speed of the enemy Pokemon for a short time as well. So you'll begin the battle as Squirtle and you'll have either Skull Bash or Water Gun. I recommend going Water Gun first. This will attack with a shot of water and it's a ranged move as well. So you can see here, just a shot of water. It also shoves enemy Pokemon and decreases their movement speed. So what I will do here is I'll show you the shove. What they don't tell you is that the shove actually changes in the knockback range on the enemy depending on where you use it. So if I use it really close range, like check this out, it's going to go really far away. Look how far away the dummy goes. It's super long. Let me just turn the cooldowns off. It's super long and it just goes really far. But if you do it from a medium far range, it's different. So let's do it from the end range here. It just goes a little bit out. And if I do it from like a medium range, it also goes a little bit out. But in close ranges, it goes really far. So that's a very interesting mechanic to know with Water Gun. This also goes through multiple enemies. It will push back multiple enemies as well. It's not single targeted. So if you have like a bunch of enemies in one area, you can use this move and it will push them all back and deal damage. The other move is Skull Bash. So you ram into enemy Pokemon and it will stun them. So I'll just show you here. If I ram into it, it will stun the enemy Pokemon with the stars. You can see this Pokemon won't be able to do anything while it's hindered, or I don't know if that's the right word to use, but while it's stunned. There is a wind up time with Skull Bash though, so it's really important to know this. So yesterday when I was using this move, I did miss a few times and I was wondering why. When you use this move, it won't be instant. It will have a little wind up time. There's a little bit of an animation, so if you just watch closely here, basically Squirtle like crouches down and then uses the move. This means you will have to predict just a little bit. You'll have to predict where the enemy is going because it won't be instant. So if you think the enemy is going like left or right, just aim prematurely to the left or right and use the move. The animation time is very important. But yeah, Skull Bash is really good for like crowd control. It's good for setting up your fights with your lane partner. It's a lot of CC in Blastoise already, but it's a really good move. Alright, so the next move is Surf. So basically with Surf, you will charge forward and you will shove enemy Pokemon where they will be unable to act. You are also immune to hindrances while using this move. And when you're using this move, make sure you lean your left joystick in a direction because Blastoise will actually hop off the wave in the direction you're holding at the end of the move. This is the range of it. It's actually a lot longer. It's a hidden mechanic. Well, it's hidden again, but I'll show you after this. So basically what you do here is I'm going to use the move and I'm going to also hold my left joystick backwards, so to the left. And you'll see that I'll actually hop back. Do you see that? So I'll do it again, and I'm going to hop back. If I do it forward, this is what it looks like when I'm hopping forward. I go here instead of going backwards. Let's try up and down. So if let's point my joystick up. I'm gonna go that way, and let's point my joystick down. I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, it's really, really, really good to know this. It's really important that you do this. It will reposition you better, so you have to make sure you're in a position that you want to be in. The range of surf is actually longer than it looks. So it's already pretty long from the indicator, but it's actually longer than that. So if I just go over here to my dummy, you can see the indicator doesn't reach my dummy, but when I use it, it goes way further, and it actually affects the enemy as well. It goes way further than it's supposed to. Let's just use it at the close range, so you can see how I'm using it close range. It will push it with the wave, but if I do it from an indicator, like let's put it right here, like right here, you can see it definitely does not reach my dummy. But if I use it, my joystick is being a bit funky. Okay, let's do it from here. It still pushes the enemy out. So the range is actually longer than it seems on surf. You'll reach enemies even if it's not in the indicator. It's a very interesting mechanic, hidden mechanic for surf as well. When you upgrade surf, it will also grant a shield when this move hits. So you can see I have a little shield on my health bar as well, which should be nice with score shield. The other move we have is rapid spin, but first I'll have to explain how the other two moves work first because it's synergized with rapid spin. So before we go into rapid spin, we're going to go talk about hydro pump. Hydro pump is one of the upgrades of water gun, and basically hydro pump is just a better water gun. So if I just show you here, it's basically the same mechanic. It just pushes them depending on where, let me just turn the cooldowns off again. It just pushes them where you are, depending on how close you are. So here, super far away, but medium to close range and not very far. It just does a lot of damage. I really like hydro pump actually. It's one of my favorite moves of Blastoise. I feel like Blastoise is viable with pretty much all of its moves, to be honest. So I think it's definitely a playstyle choice, but I really like hydro pump because of the knockback and the CC of it. The other move choice is water spout. It just fires water in the area you choose. It'll also decrease the movement speed of enemy Pokemon in that area for a short time. And when you upgrade hydro pump or water spout, like at the upgraded versions, it will just deal increased damage. So let's talk about rapid spin. This is what rapid spin is. If I just use it here, it's just spinning. I also deal damage, so I'll just go to the enemy here. I'm dealing damage to them. You can also use your basic attacks during rapid spin. So if I just go into rapid spin again, and now I'm spamming my basic attacks, I will deal more damage because now the enemies are getting hit by my basic attacks. It seems that it just do small range, and then a larger radius. So you can see that the third attack will deal damage in an increased radius, so you can hit more enemies that are a bit further out. You can end rapid spin early as well, so if I just use it here and then I press it again, it's ended. And also the interesting thing here as well is that every time rapid spin ends, my next attack is boosted. So as you can see, before I use it, I don't have a boosted attack, but if I use it now, and I'll just end it early just to show you quicker, my next attack is boosted. You can see under my name, it indicates that it is. It's a setting in my controllers. If you don't have it, it's the boosted attack gauge setting in the controller settings. But yeah, that's very, very interesting to know. It doesn't tell you that. That's also a hidden mechanic. Another hidden mechanic as well, speaking of hidden mechanics, is that you will not be affected by crowd controls. So you can see here, you're unstoppable. This means they can't knock you back. They can't stun you. You're just immune to crowd controls. Another important thing that they don't tell you with rapid spin is that because this move actually ties in with water spout and hydro pump, meaning that you can use these moves in rapid spin, basically it resets the cooldown of your water spout move. So let's just turn this off, and you can see I'm just going to use water spout now, and then I'm going to go into rapid spin and the cooldown is reduced, and then I can press it again and the cooldown is used now, but when I come back up, it's still down. But basically what you want to do here, because of that, you want to make sure you use your hydro pump or water spout move first before going into rapid spin to maximize your damage output. So the combo would be using your water spout or hydro pump move, then rapid spinning, and then using it again. So that's basically the combo for rapid spin. Really important to know. your cooldowns are reset for that move when you go into Rapid Spin. Now let's talk about the effects. So with Rapid Spin and Water Spout specifically, if you're using Water Spout, this is hidden as well, you have to hold on to this move when using Rapid Spin. It's really important to do this to maximize your damage output. So here I'll show you, I'm using Rapid Spin and I'm gonna hold on to Water Spout, and you can see that it's now spun a lot of water. If you don't do that, it will only do it once. So I'll just show you if I just click it. If I just click Water Spout, that's all it does. It only does that. So you wanna make sure you hold on to it. You can tell it's working because there is a blue bar under my name showing how long it's gonna last for. That blue bar is for Water Spout. So you wanna make sure you do that. Another important thing when using this is something that's also hidden, is when you use Rapid Spin and Water Spout, you can also use your basic attacks during Water Spout. So what you want to do here is you want to Rapid Spin, Water Spout, and use your basic attacks. It's a lot of damage. Rapid Spin and Water Spout will do more damage than Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump. Another thing that I couldn't test for this though is because Water Spout, the move itself actually decreases the movement speed of enemies, and because I can't actually make this dummy move, I don't really know if it's moving the enemies, but decreasing their movement speed. I'm going to assume that it probably does, but I couldn't test that in time, but it could. So basically Water Spout could be also decreasing the movement speed of your enemies as well. But yeah, really important to note, Rapid Spin, Water Spout, make sure you hold on to Water Spout, and make sure to use your basic attacks as well to get the maximum damage output. The last two combos together is Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump. So Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump, basically Hydro Pump will just push enemies away, so I'll just use Rapid Spin here, and then I'll use Hydro Pump and it pushes them away. Really good for team fights in my opinion. You know, it's a good way to like separate enemies, it's a good way to like just CC them all. So I'm just gonna use Rapid Spin here and then Hydro Pump. You can only use it once, unfortunately, unlike Water Spout, which is continuous for a while, which is why Water Spout and Rapid Spin deal more damage, but Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump just have stronger CC. The reason why I assume that Rapid Spin and Water Spout have a movement speed decrease is because Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump have a knockback, and I think that's because Hydro Pump normally is just a knockback move, so that's why I'd assumed that this would also be a movement speed decrease for Rapid Spin and Water Spout. But yeah, that's the Rapid Spin, Hydro Pump, Rapid Spin, Water Spout. To say which one is better, I think that both are viable. It depends on what you need, but Rapid Spin and Water Spout will deal more damage, while I think Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump just will deal more like CC. I also think I also like Hydro Pump better as the move by itself over Water Spout, but it's totally up to you on what you want to choose. The last move is the Unite move. It's super duper strong. Basically with the Unite move, which is called Hydro Typhoon, you spout water while spinning and you throw enemies in a super large area, and it also grants you a shield on top of that, so it makes body barrier seem even more crazy because you have even more shield. But if you look here, I'm just going to use it. It's a huge area, great for team fights, great for Zapdos fight, great for Dreadnought fights. It's such a big area and it's super strong, so if I just use it here, it's just going to do a big spin and it knocks them all up for quite a while as well. Like, look how long that is. They're up in the air for quite a while. So it's a great team fight move. I think this move is honestly an S tier Unite move. Like, this is actually an S tier Unite move. Great move to set up. It's amazing. I definitely recommend using this in your team fights. Alright, so for the builds, I would recommend going Score Shield, Buddy Barrier, and Focus Band. That is my go-to build for Blastoise as well. You could also try Muscle Band if you want, because of Muscle Band's just a strong item, but I generally would recommend going Buddy Barrier, Focus Band, and Score Shield. Thank you so much for watching, trainers, and thank you for your support. Bye!